In this effect, black cards and red cards magically separate after being impossibly mixed together. This is an easy to perform version of a classic. This is CoachTrick. Today we're diving into a classic of card magic with a brilliant oil and water effect. It's a self-working marvel with no complicated moves and is suitable for magicians of all skill levels. Join us as we uncover the mystery, step by step. As ever, stick with us until the end as we reflect on the hidden powers of learning magic. Okay, let's jump into it. Grab a deck and let's go. Okay, as ever, let's kickstart by taking a look at the effect itself. This is going to be a classic demonstration of oil and water and the amazing ability of red cards and black cards to separate from each other. And to start with, I just want to show you something interesting with a pack of 6 cards. We can see we have 3 red cards and 3 black cards, and they're alternating in order. So we have black, red, black, red, black, red. Now we can take this pack and we can mix these cards up just by dealing small packets of cards like so. And we can deal as many packets as we like until we're happy that the cards really are mixed. And once we are, we can then deal the cards into 2 piles of 3 cards. And this is where something interesting happens, because the cards somehow become separated. Over here, we have all of the black cards, and over here, we have all of the red cards. Now that's pretty impressive, but it could just be down to the way that we're dealing and handling the cards. There is, however, something which I'm just unable to explain, and that's what I'd like to show you now. Let's add in another card into each pile, so we now have 4 black cards and 4 red cards, making things even more improbable. There are obviously numerous ways that we could now mix these cards, but perhaps the most simple is just to deal 2 piles, to swap a card over to each pile, to deal another card, and then to swap the final cards, just like so. We can then combine these piles so we now have 1 pile of mixed up cards. To demix the cards again through dealing is pretty straightforward. We just need to deal them back into 2 alternate piles, just like so. So over here we now have the black cards, and over here we have the red cards. But here's where something really strange happens. If we mix the cards one last time to just alternate them, so we take a red card and a black card, a red card and a black card, red, black, just like so. This time we don't even need to do any dealing. We don't need to touch the cards at all. This time we just need to cast our hand over the cards like so, give a click, and incredibly the cards separate once again. Over here we now have all of the black cards, and over here we now have all of the red cards, and that is what I'm unable to explain. Okay, so let's take a look at the secret to this effect, and this is going to happen in 2 phases. For the first phase, you're going to start with 6 cards, 3 red cards and 3 black cards, and you're just going to alternate those in colour like so. And with this pack, you're going to carry out some dealing. The first thing you're going to do is just to deal 2 cards to the table like so, and then take that pile and place it back on top of the pack. And then you're going to do the same with 3 cards, take that pile and place it back on top of the pack. And then you're going to repeat exactly the same, just like that, with 4 cards, and then finally with 5 cards. With that complete, you now just need to deal the top 3 cards into one pile, then the other 3 cards into another, and you'll find that the cards have automatically separated into red cards and black cards. For the next phase, you're just going to add another card to each pile, so you now have 4 red cards and 4 black cards. Now to mix the cards up, here's what you do. We'll take the top card of each pack here and just place them down onto the table. The next card of each pack you're going to place onto the opposite pile, just like so. the next card onto the original piles, and then the final 2 cards, again, you swap those and place those on to the opposite piles. You can then combine these piles into one pile in any order that you like. So if the cards now mixed, you now say you can easily detangle them just by alternating them back into 2 piles like so. At this stage, you should be in the following position. Each pile should contain 2 red cards and 2 black cards. Just like so, we can see that there. Now, you can pick up one of these piles and you can just show the bottom card and say all of the red cards are now here. And you can pick up the other pile and point to the bottom black card and say all of the black cards are now here. Now for the final mixing, turn both piles face down. Deal the top card from the left hand into a pile, and from the right hand you're going to place the bottom card onto that pile. From the left hand again the top card, and then from the right hand again the bottom card. You can then repeat exactly the same process for the second pile, just like so. The cards now look unquestionably mixed, so all you need to do now is just perform a magical gesture or two and then reveal that somehow the cards have separated themselves again into red cards and black cards. And there you have it, an incredible self-working oil and water effect. By breaking down the trick into simple, manageable steps, you've just seen how even the most brilliant effects can be achieved with ease. Just like in magic, applying straightforward steps can bring clarity and order to any challenge. So no matter how small that step might seem, stay focused on your goal, keep moving forwards, and there's no telling what you can achieve. Thanks for joining me today. Until next time, keep the magic alive and take care.